What if I told you that a mysterious feathered deity once ruled over an ancient civilization, and then vanished, leaving behind legends of flight, prophecy, and even a promise to return? Who was this divine figure known as Quetzalcoatl, the Feathered Serpent? Was he a god, a king, or something far more mysterious? Let's journey back to ancient Mesoamerica, where the great civilizations of the Maya, Toltecs, and Aztecs rose and fell under the gaze of gods and cosmic beliefs. Among these divine figures, one name towers above the rest: Quetzalcoatl. His name means feathered serpent, a being that combined the heavens with the earth, the sky with the ground, spirit with matter. To the Aztecs, he was the god of wind, learning, art, and civilization. He brought maize to humanity, taught astronomy and medicine, and set the stars in motion. But why would a culture depict such an enlightened god not as a man or animal, but as a serpent adorned with the feathers of the resplendent Quetzal bird? This fusion of opposites, reptile and bird, earth and air, symbolized harmony. It meant transformation. Quetzalcoatl wasn't just a god, he was an idea, a spiritual bridge between worlds. But who really was he? Some ancient accounts describe Quetzalcoatl as a white-skinned, bearded man who came from the east, bringing knowledge and peace. He forbade human sacrifice, promoted agriculture, and was eventually exiled by rivals or divine fate. This is where the mystery deepens. According to legend, Quetzalcoatl didn't die. He sailed eastward across the ocean on a raft made of serpents, promising to return one day. For centuries, this prophecy echoed through the temples and cities of Mesoamerica. Now here's the twist. When Hernán Cortés arrived in 1519, many Aztecs, including Emperor Montezuma himself, believed he might be the returning Quetzalcoatl. Why? Because Cortés arrived from the east during the same year in the Aztec calendar that was prophesied as the god's return, Quetzalcoatl. Could a 1,000-year-old prophecy have shaped the fate of an empire? Cortés used this belief to his advantage, ultimately leading to the downfall of the mighty Aztec civilization. Some historians say this misunderstanding was one of the greatest deceptions in history. Others believe it wasn't a misunderstanding at all, but a prophecy fulfilled in a tragic, unexpected way. But let's go deeper. Who was the real Quetzalcoatl? Was he merely a deity of myth? Or could he have been based on a real historical figure, a king or priest whose teachings were immortalized in legend? The Toltecs, an ancient civilization predating the Aztecs, tell of a ruler named Quetzalcoatl. He was a wise and peaceful king who ruled the city of Tula. He built temples, banned human sacrifice, and was ultimately betrayed and exiled. Could this man have been the inspiration for the god? Even the Maya had a version of this feathered deity, known as Kukulkan. Like Quetzalcoatl, Kukulkan was associated with wind, learning, and the feathered serpent. Their great pyramid in Chichen Itza was aligned with the sun so precisely that during the equinox, the shadow of a serpent appears to slither down the temple stairs, linking astronomy with divine symbolism. But here's where it gets even more bizarre. Some theorists believe that Quetzalcoatl was not from this world. Ancient astronaut theories claim the feathered serpent was a being from the stars, his knowledge, technology, and sudden disappearance all pointing to something extraterrestrial. You know, the serpent in many cultures actually symbolizes hidden knowledge. And feathers? Well, they point to the heavens. So could the myth of Quetzalcoatl be a memory of ancient contact, a misunderstood visitation remembered as divine? Feeling skeptical? Well, consider this. How did ancient civilizations, without modern tools, manage to build cities like Teotihuacan, aligned with planetary orbits, and using materials transported over what seemed like impossible distances? Was Quetzalcoatl a lost teacher, a misunderstood explorer, or maybe, just maybe, something else entirely? Even today, his symbols endure. The feathered serpent appears on temples, pyramids, and codices across Mexico and Central America. His myths have survived conquest, colonization, and, centuries of cultural transformation. And his promise to return still echoes in the collective memory of a continent. Quetzalcoatl is more than a god of wind or maize. He represents transformation, death and rebirth, exile and return, civilization and chaos. He is the mystery of history itself, alive in stone, story, and spirit. So ask yourself, what if Quetzalcoatl really does return? Would we recognize him, or has he already come and gone? Waiting, once more, for the world to be ready? This has been Epic Time Journeys. If you enjoyed this exploration into ancient mystery, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time, when we dive deep into the hidden truths of the past, and the secrets they still hold. Until then, keep questioning history.